Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Wellness Wednesdays. I hope you're all doing well. And also welcome to our Month of Love series. This week, the topic is endearment. So today we're going to explore the importance of appreciating endearing relationships in relation to our sense of belonging, greater connection, and our own well-being. Love has nothing to do with what you are expecting to get, only with what you are expecting to give, which is everything. And that was said by Catherine Hepburn. So last week we explored how mindfulness can help us to appreciate our own goodness and express feelings of love and gratitude to ourselves. This week, we will explore how acknowledging, appreciating, and expressing gratitude for those that we hold dear can not only improve our relationships with them, but increase our own well-being and resilience as well. The fundamental wish that all of us share is the wish to be loved, to be happy, and to belong. So we are social creatures, and our need for human connection and sense of belonging really dates back to prehistoric times when our survival actually depended on belonging to a tribe. If we were shunned by the tribe, chances are we did not survive in the wilderness all by ourselves. So this began the need for connection and a sense of belonging. We all need to find our tribe and forge relationships in which we feel understood, recognized, accepted, and valued, to know we matter to others. We can find belonging in our communities, in relationship to those that we love, or even within micro connections with the strangers that we encounter in our daily life. Belonging lives in moments, and it's a choice. We can choose to cultivate belonging with others, right? And central to cultivating lasting, endearing relationships and a sense of belonging is mindfulness. You know, when we are present, belonging and trust is strengthened. But when we're distracted, like being on the phone when someone we love is speaking to us, it's weakened. Another barrier to belonging is an unwillingness or maybe even an inability to be vulnerable. Belonging and establishing endearing relationships really requires opening ourselves up, and for many of us, that can be scary. But studies show that when we do, people are disarmed by it, and they actually like us more. So the invitation is not to be afraid or ashamed of showing what's inside to others in big or small ways, whether it's opening up to a loved one, telling someone a story from your life, or showing vulnerability by waving at a stranger or introducing yourself to someone new at work, right? The psychologist and meditation teacher Tara Brach, she writes, "The way we speak with and listen to others can communicate love or hate, acceptance or rejection." So one of the best opportunities for building belonging is through active and engaged listening and responding in conversations. Research has been done on the importance of responding to another's bids for affection, and it's integral in building connection and belonging. So another invitation is to connect with strangers, right? Even if it's something as small as making eye contact. Because again, the evidence shows that both people leave that interaction feeling seen and valued, rather than invisible and unworthy, which can happen when we ignore others simply as we walk by them, which so many of us do, right? It takes courage to lift your head up, lift your gaze, and look directly into the eyes of a stranger. But I invite you to try it. Last week, we explored loving kindness phrases that we might like to hear from a loved one. And this week, we will explore what words a dear friend or a loved one may wish to hear from you and you alone. Just to know that they are valued, to know that they belong in your life. So letting our loved ones know that they're appreciated can build connection, belonging, and trust. So today in our meditation, we will take some time to acknowledge and appreciate the important people in our life. The greatest happiness of life is the conviction that we are loved. And this was said by Victor Hugo. So we're now going to move into our formal meditation, the formal portion of our time together. So I invite you all to find a comfortable seat that is supportive. And that may require that you shift. So take a moment to do so if that's what's needed. And if it feels comfortable, closing your eyes or just perhaps softening the gaze. And maybe taking a nice deep inhalation and exhalation. And perhaps also just noticing if there's any tension that you're feeling in this moment, whether it's in your neck and shoulders, and if that's the case, perhaps raising your shoulders up to your ears and then just letting them drop. And also maybe noticing if there's any tension in the jaw or a furrowing of the brow. Just taking notice and maybe inviting just a little bit of softening. And now just allowing your awareness to turn to the breath. And allowing your breath to anchor you into your own body and into this present moment. And as you're following along with the breath, just noticing how it is in this moment. So not needing to change it in any way, but just paying attention and noticing how the breath is in this moment. Maybe it's labored, maybe it's easy, maybe it's shallow, maybe it's deep. Perhaps it's a long breath or a short breath. So simply noticing how things are in this moment. And perhaps also checking in, how am I in this moment? Taking your own internal temperature. And once again, simply noting what arises. And perhaps even making space if there's some uncomfortable emotions or something unexpected. Just making room for whatever is here because it's already here. And if your mind has wandered off, which it surely will if it hasn't already, that's okay. But just gently guiding your attention back to the breath, to the body sitting here breathing. And as you're following along with the breath, maybe even noticing the subtle movement of the body with each inhale and with each exhale. Just noticing the ebb and flow of each breath. Just like the sea, as the sea ebbs and flows. And if it's possible, perhaps allowing yourself to be gently rocked by the breath. A kind of internal rocking motion. And perhaps even allowing yourself to be soothed by this gentle rocking motion of the breath as it comes into your body and as it leaves your body. Nourishment on the way in and a kind of a release on the way out. And now, after the next breath, I'm going to invite you to bring to mind someone who is important in your life. It can be a friend, a parent, a child, a sibling, or a spouse, or maybe even a pet, a furry, four-legged friend. And if several people or beings arise, just settling on one. And so holding this person in your mind's eye and creating a vivid image of them as if they are right before you, seeing the details of their physical appearance, perhaps noticing an emotion on their face, a laugh, a smile, a frown, just trying to really picture this person and sense what it's like to be in their presence. Recalling how it feels to be with this person. And now also taking a moment to recognize how this being wishes to be happy and free from suffering, just like you, and just like every other being, like all of us. So imagining that they are right in front of you, what might this person or being wish to hear from you and only you? So imagining what this person or being might wish to have whispered in their ear. And perhaps your child wishes to know that they are good enough and that you cherish them. So you might say, I love you just as you are. Or a good friend may wish to know that you value their friendship. So you may offer the phrase, you are an important part of my life. Or maybe a spouse would wish to be appreciated. So perhaps you say, thank you for always being there for me. So just taking a moment to reflect on this now and settling on a phrase that feels right in this moment, settling on a phrase that you believe this person would wish to have you whisper in their ear. And so, whatever the phrase is that you would like to send wishes to this person, whether it's, I love you just as you are an important part of my life, or thank you for always being there for me, or anything else that resonates with you. So, sending that wish or that phrase to let this person know how dear they are to you. So just repeating that softly to yourself or silently. And now I'm also going to invite you to add the following phrases, repeating them softly and gently, feeling the importance of your words. or any other words that feel more appropriate or feel more resonant with you. So you can feel free to choose your own words, but also offering something like, may you be safe. May you be happy and healthy. May you live with ease. And so repeating these phrases once again, beginning with the I love you just as you are, or you are an important part of my life, or thank you for always being there for me, or some other phrase. And then repeating, may you be safe. May you be happy and healthy. And may you live with ease. And always know you can use your own words to capture your deepest wishes for your loved one. Or you can just continue to repeat these phrases that I've offered silently to yourself. And sending those wishes, those heartfelt wishes to your loved one. And when you notice that the mind may have wandered, just returning to the words and the image of your loved one. And the invitation is to savor any warm feelings that you may have for this person or being that may arise. So now releasing the image of this person or being, and just letting go of this practice, knowing that you can always come back to this practice. Perhaps taking a moment just to reflect on your experience and how that was for you. Perhaps it resonated with you, but perhaps not. Allowing it to be just as it is. And now returning your attention to the breath. And just following the rhythm of your own breath cycle. For another few breaths in silence. And we're going to end with something written by Maya Angelou called, "I've learned that people will forget." I've learned that whenever I decide something with an open heart, I usually make the right decision. I've learned that even when I have pains, I don't have to be one. I've learned that every day you should reach out and touch someone. People love a warm hug or just a friendly pat on the back. I've learned that I still have a lot to learn. I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. So just bringing your awareness back, maybe wiggling fingers and toes, gently opening your eyes or lifting your gaze and reorienting yourself back into the room that you're in, the screen that you're in front of. And I just want to say thank you all for your practice today. I have an invitation for the week. So take some time this week to perform a small act of kindness for someone that you love or someone that's important in your life. Whether it's a Valentine's Day card, which is right around the corner, a love note in their briefcase or lunchbox, or through a text message or extra phone call. Let them know you are grateful for them. So, mindfulness is so important in how we relate to others, and it's important in our ability to cultivate healthy, endearing relationships with the people in our lives. And these are learned skills. So, you may wish to consider we have an upcoming 8-week MBSR course, and it's a wonderful opportunity to learn how to communicate mindfully and strengthen our relationships, in addition to the many other benefits of having a mindfulness practice. So I hope you'll join us in this course. It'll be held Thursday evenings, beginning on February 18th. And if you'd like more information, please don't hesitate to contact us. Either by visiting our website, thekramecenter.org, or reaching out to us by email at info@thekramecenter.org. So thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening, and thank you for your practice. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bye-bye.